Today, we're going to be talking about the stress.
What happened?
Not in your life, but in the word. Address or address? Is it progress or progress? Probably it's progress.
Wrong!
That's not the full answer. Let's figure out together and let's see what happened. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lola, and on this channel we're sharing tips and tricks on learning English as a second language. I'm not a native speaker myself, and everything that I share on this channel comes from my real life experience learning English as an adult. Today we have a cool video because I'll be working from your comments, real life situation, and the comment I got is a very cool one from Julio from Mexico. I won't be reading you the part where he says how amazing I am. Cool thing. He says, I pay more attention to the transcription. I admit now, win for me. But the question is, one final comment, I had doubt. At the end of the video, I think it was Fuel, Feel video. That would be a link above if you want to watch it. You pronounced the verb progress, and according to the dictionary, the verb is pronounced progress. Practice speaking English daily. And progress daily. Ooh. Yeah, that's how I've pronounced it. And I got very similar requests under the shorts where I was telling you that we have really cool verb to address. And somebody asked me, but address is a noun, is also address, no? So is it address or address? Is it progress or progress? Let's figure out together and let's see what happened.
What happened?
So let's say you decide to jump on Youglish and hear how native speakers pronounce this word. Let's see.
For just as long, progress had been prevented at every turn.
Progress.
That I think can bring us progress, not just around the world, but right here at home.
Progress.
Now, the site is a work in progress, but it's significant progress because it's
Work in progress, significant progress.
And there are people who are trying to impede progress, but the good news is that
A lot of Barack Obama. We love him. Okay.
We have clearly made progress in reducing African American.
We have clearly made progress. So by now, you might think, well, it's a lot of people who say progress. Lola has said progress. Like, probably it's progress. Wrong! That's not the full answer. Remember, if you have a doubt, I always recommend you jumping into the dictionary and checking in with the dictionary. So let's jump on Cambridge and see what's up. Ooh, and here it's getting hotter. We see progress, noun.
Progress.
Progress. And we could get lazy and stop. But wait, coming back to the context where I was telling you that you can progress daily. Practice speaking English daily and progress daily. I was using this word not as a noun, but as a verb. And if you go back to all the examples on Youglish, you will realize all these people were using this word as a noun.
Can bring us progress, not just around the world, but right here at home.
now the site is a work in progress, but it's significant progress because it's
and there are people who are trying to impede progress
But I was using it as a verb, and that's why Julio got confused. And he's like, wait, is it progress or progress? So let's dig deeper. Let's scroll down in Cambridge. And ooh, we see progress as a verb. And in that case, we will pronounce it as
Progress.
progress. And we see the other transcription, which is different from a noun. before I give you the full theoretical explanation, I really want to say kudos to you, Julio, for noticing it, for catching it, for doubting it, because you were absolutely right. And I made a mistake. Of course, I'm not a native speaker, and sometimes I make mistakes, and actually I love making them because I love you catching them, and we learn together. And some of the mistakes there actually happen because of the habits, We have habits of our native language, specifically if we're talking about stress. Because sometimes, for example, in my native language, let's say the word caffeine. In my native language, I will be stressing the second part. It will be caffeine. Whereas in English language, it's caffeine. We're stressing the very first part of this word. So the stress in the word is very important, and it's crucially important for us, non-native speakers, to understand the guidelines how to stress the words. So instead of explaining it to you here, I want to tease you with our pronunciation challenge, and I'll be showing you bits from our lesson that I've created on the topic of stress in the word that you can come join and practice in our app. Okay, please, Lola. So if we're talking about the nouns and the adjectives, simple words, that consists of 2 syllables, usually we're going to be stressing the very first syllable. For example, table, present, accent, research, or an adjective, happy, very, really, sorry. And you remember we talked about this pattern, ta-da. 1, 2. When the first one is higher in pitch, that's our emphasis. If we have a verb, simple verb of 2 syllables, once again, usually we'll be stressing the second part. For example, to receive. Remember? 1, 2. To decide. 1, 2. To begin. 1, 2. Cool. And now the difficult part. When the same word with the same spelling could be a noun or a verb. I will pause here because it's such an important point for you to understand that the same word could be a noun or a verb or an adjective. And it's very important to look into the context and realize, what is it here? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? And depending on that, you will know how to pronounce it correctly, because otherwise you will just jump into the Cambridge or other dictionary, doesn't really matter, and you just open and see the very first transcription and just like, oh, it's like that. But very often, there are multiple types of pronunciation of the same word. Let's continue. And in one case, we'll be stressing the first part, and in another, the second part. For example, a research, ta-da, or to research, to ta-da. And of course, you will have an opportunity to practice speaking and getting a feedback from our AI on your pronunciation. But let's see more examples of that kind. Produce, fresh produce. In case you don't know, that's vegetables and fruits that are sold in the store. We call it produce. Or to produce a movie or film or whatever you want to produce. And once again, you'll have an opportunity to pronounce these words. And here we have absolutely the same situation. A progress, it's a noun, or a verb, to progress. Practice speaking English daily, and progress daily. So of course, correctly, I should have said, and come join our app and progress. So you could say, I can go home, kill myself, and cry, cry to death. But I'm actually not ashamed to demonstrate you that it's okay to be making mistakes because we're learning from them, because you're not perfect. And the one doesn't make mistakes who doesn't do shit. Should I be saying the word shit? Who does nothing makes no mistakes. And here in the shorts, we have absolutely the same case. A question from Olga Butenka 7151. But address is a noun, is also address? No? No. And thank you for clarifying. Thank you for wanting to make sure. So if you open it in Cambridge, you'll see as a noun, it's address, first part of the word. Tara, address. I want to, if it's a verb, to address the issue. And if we scroll down in Cambridge, we see verb address. My noun, address. So cool, so easy, so fun. So thank you for asking these questions. 3 thank you. But before we're closing this video, before you're going in the world and start applying this rule, I gotta warn you, it's not a rule. Yes, in a lot of cases, a noun or an adjective will have a stress on the very first part. In a lot of cases, but not always. It's not a rule. It's a guideline, a tendency. It happens often, but not all the time. Same with the verbs. Very often we'll be stressing the second part, but not all the time. So please always, if you have a doubt, double check. And if you want to practice speaking, if you want to be getting your feedback, and if you want to be learning more about the pronunciation tendencies, the tricks and tips that you can get from me to improve the way you speak American English, come join our pronunciation challenge, which consists of cool, interesting lessons and practice with AI feedback and commonly used collocations, words, sentences, everything that happens in real life English. No boring bullshit. And if this video was useful, consider subscribing so you won't miss any other useful content that we're releasing every week on Friday. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Practice speaking English with Lola Speak and see you soon.